If SARS-CoV-2 could tell its own story, what a blockbuster it would be. A tiny, unknown virus coexists happily with horseshoe bats in southern China for thousands of years, until one day it hitches a ride on an unsuspecting pangolin perhaps, and goes on to hijack the human world. So how did this virus that lived in harmony with bats for centuries take only 3 months to bring our world to a standstill? What keeps bats safe while all of us are falling sick? Their singular ability to incubate a virus yet keep its effects at bay has to do with something else that makes bats really special. They're the only mammals that can fly. Flapping flight is an energy guzzler. Bat mitochondria are turbocharged to meet these energy demands and release reactive oxygen species in the process. These cause oxidative stress and cellular damage. Damaged cells typically send out chemical signals for help, triggering an inflammatory response. White blood cells rush to the damaged site like firefighters coming to the rescue. But what if the alarms kept ringing and the firefighters kept blasting water even after the fire was put out? An uncontrolled inflammatory response, and this is something bats have figured out long before us, can sometimes be more damaging than the virus itself. Imagine Tom as the virus, Spike as inflammation, and the house as your body. See how much damage inflammation causes? This is known as the cytokine storm, as we have seen in so many COVID-19 cases of respiratory failure. Bats have evolved to curb inflammation to combat the stress of flying and to keep viral diseases at bay. NLRP3 protein triggers the body's inflammatory response to stress and infection by releasing inflammasome. This protein is less active in bats than in humans, even in the presence of heavy viral cargo, and the key process by which it is made is slower in bats. This explains why bats have a weaker inflammatory response to viruses such as COVID-19. And because bats have this unique ability to dampen their inflammatory responses, they are able to tolerate viruses and coexist with them. Humans can't control virus-induced inflammation, and this explains the cytokine storm I already told you about. Interferons are always on, guaranteeing an immediate antiviral response that doesn't have to be strong enough to kill the virus, only enough to tolerate it. Humans don't have the constant presence of interferon alpha, as it can be toxic to our cells and tissues, causing flu-like symptoms. Our interferon is only turned on after a viral invasion. Therefore, the enzyme is released in a much slower, more complex process. This slows down our antiviral responses. Maybe bats can teach us something about resilience, shifting the focus of controlling infectious diseases in humans from the traditional anti-pathogen approach, keeping the virus out of the body at all costs, to the anti-disease approach, tolerating a virus but mitigating its effect, as bats do. While this may seem far off at present, maybe this holds the key to surviving this pandemic and the next.